What is that crap?
This, my dear lad, is a Microsoft computer.
Why on earth would you use a Microsoft computer? Apple products are a lot better.
Are you kidding? Microsoft is the bomb.com.
What are you on right now? Like, Steve Jobs was a visionary. He created the world's most valuable technology company.
Bill Gates is way cooler than Steve Jobs. He launched Microsoft with his partner at the time, Paul Allen, and helped to design and market the first retail version of Windows, which was released in 1985.
Ooh, wow. Well, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak created Apple I, and then Apple II, which was the first personal computer with color graphics and a keyboard. This was, my dear friend, the beginning of Apple.
Bill Gates is the model of success. At the age of 15, he created a computer program that monitored traffic patterns in Seattle with his partner Paul. They netted approximately $20,000.
When Jobs came back to Apple, he made a deal with another company to invest in Apple. With this money, Jobs installed G3 PowerPC microprocessors in all Apple computers, making them faster than all competing PCs, including, my friend, Microsoft.
I don't care, man.
Jobs also pushed for development of the iMac, which helped Apple raise $5.8 billion in profit in 1 year. Jobs pretty much pulled Apple back into a successful company.
I'm glad you brought up the issue of profitability. In 1984, Apple tried to sue Microsoft for making their processor too similar to that of Apple's latest management programs. In response, Bill Gates signed a contract with Apple in which they allowed him to use a number of their features in Microsoft Windows 1.0. After realizing that after this deal, Windows was slow, crude, and unreliable, Microsoft improved upon what IBM and Apple had been attempting and released Windows 2.0, which included Excel and Microsoft Word. It was wildly successful, and Microsoft made so much money that Apple tried to sue them again. Microsoft won, in quote.
Cool. In merely 10 years, Jobs led the innovation for devices, which revolutionized the world. I'm not talking about simple iMacs. I'm talking about iPods, iTunes, iPhones, and iPads. What exactly did Bill Gates do?
What did Bill Gates do? Xbox, Windows phones, tablets, laptops, desktops, and you can play PC games on Microsoft computers, something we know is difficult and or impossible on Macs.
You must be joking. All Microsoft phones and tablets are copies of the iPhone and iPad. Microsoft announced their cheap copies months after Apple released theirs. Also, laptops and desktops are made by both companies. Nice try, though.
Bill Gates was successful because he understood that a firm business model and a down-to-earth approach to management would make the company more productive.
Okay, that's true. Jobs was successful because he had self-confidence. According to John Gage, he saw clearly how to take this enormous complexity and make something a human being could use.
Well, that would explain why Apple products are so incredibly overpriced.
Oh.
Bill Gates has made more computers and computer programs accessible to the general public than Apple ever has.
Well, according to Robert Brenner, that's because Jobs was obsessed with making his products just right and using the best materials. Unlike Microsoft, Apple uses not plated plastic, but machined metal. Not black plastic, but real glass.
You know, maybe we're thinking of this the wrong way. These are both great people who accomplished great things. I mean, sure, they had their differences, but they both managed to create great things. If we just remember that, there's really nothing left to argue about.
You know what? You're right. We've been looking at this the wrong way. Instead of looking at who's better, we should be acknowledging their greatness.